On the air, you're watching the next generation of news. 23 News at 6 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to 23 News at 6. I'm Mike Garrigan.
And I'm Whitney Martin. Thanks for taking the time to watch us tonight. We now know who will replace outgoing State Representative Jim Sciascia.
Coming up, we will try to talk live with the Republican to find out where he stands on a number of hot button issues. But first, we are continuing to follow breaking news we first told you about on 23 News at 5. Rockford police are investigating a deadly shooting.
Yeah, 23 News reporter Lauren Kravitz just arrived at the scene and joins us right now with the very latest. Lauren.
Well, Mike and Whitney, I'm in the 300 block of Webster. That's right at the intersection of Webster and Chestnut. Whatever happened today, fatal shooting happened in this home behind me. Going to step out of the shot here so you can see. We just spoke with Lieutenant Welsh with the Rockford Police Department, not releasing how exactly the shooting happened just yet, but we do know around 4:20 this afternoon, police responded. A female, 27 years old, was found bleeding inside this duplex. She was pronounced dead at the scene once paramedics got here. Now, they aren't saying, again, how this happened. They're not saying where this woman was found bleeding from. They do tell me, though, that there is a person of interest that they're currently questioning. They're not calling this person a suspect just yet, but a lot of commotion on this scene right now. You can see at least half a dozen police cars on scene, a lot of neighbors outside just wanting answers as well. I did speak with a woman who said it's her niece's mother who passed away inside. So a lot of tears, a lot of emotions out here. Again, we're still waiting to find out exactly what happened, but a 27-year-old was pronounced dead inside, found bleeding, and this is being called a fatal shooting. That's all we know at this point, though. We'll bring you more information as soon as it becomes available. For now, though, reporting from Rockford's southwest side, Lauren Kravitz, 23 News.
Thank you, Lauren. Obviously, the early stages of the investigation, we should get a lot more answers before the night's over. Here are some other stories making headlines tonight. Rockford police are looking for 3 men accused of robbing a local convenience store and shooting at one of the employees. Around 2 this afternoon, police were called to the 7th Street convenience store in the 1200 block of Broadway. Police say it's unknown what was stolen. A clerk chased them out of the store, and that's when they opened fire. No one was hurt. The trio were last seen in a silver Chevy Impala.
And a veteran of the Rockford Police Force wants to become Winnebago County's next sheriff. Bob Redmond announced his candidacy today. The Democrat says his 34 years of experience have prepared him for the job. Republican Gary Caruana, a former deputy, is also running for the top spot in place of current Sheriff Dick Myers, who recently announced he's not running for re-election.
Tonight, Boone County board members will discuss if they should shut down the health department, claiming many code regulations aren't clear, among other problems. However, administrators disagree. They say they're upfront with members about their records. The meeting starts at 6:30. We'll have more tonight on 23 News Update at 10.
Coming up, we'll introduce you to the newest lawmaker in town.
But first, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Mark Henderson. Joins us in the 23 Storm Team Weather Lab. Hump Day was kind of a blah day, but it's not, after this, afternoon, it's not too bad.
Yeah, the afternoon has actually turned out to be very, very nice outside of that period from, let's say, about 10 or 11 o'clock this morning when the clouds first moved in and the showers that came in shortly thereafter. The afternoon has turned out to be okay, and we're looking okay out there this evening as we take you off now to Max Storm Tracker, which is showing the showers moving out of the area now into the Chicago metro area. Outside of that, we've already started to see some clearing take place, and we'll expect more of that to be the trend here as we head through the evening and overnight hours. Quiet right now in the regional picture, and we anticipate that trend to continue. Skies, which are partly cloudy now, will continue to clear here through the evening, and we've got a real pleasant evening on tap as we'll keep our temperatures around 70 through 10 p.m. We'll heat things up tomorrow, but that could come at a price. We'll tell you more about that coming up.
Thank you, Mark. It's official. Freeport businessman and native Brian Stewart will represent Illinois' 89th district when Jim Sciascia retires at the end of the month.
Yeah, news just coming into our newsroom right now. Stewart was chosen from a field of 13 men by the district's Republican Representative Committee and will be taking over Sciascia's seat on October 1st. This is actually a live look right now as he's giving his speech. Stewart says he's going to work hard to put his district in the position to bring jobs. And of course, we're expecting to speak with him.
Again, yeah, we were scheduled to speak with him, but he is speaking right now to his constituents, his new constituents. And as soon as he had done, we will try to get that interview with the new representative, Brian Stewart, coming up a little bit later on in the newscast.
Yeah, but House Republican leader Tom Cross says his financial background will help balance the state's budget. That's why he's running for Illinois treasurer.
Yep, the House Republican leader is running for treasurer. He kicked off his campaign this afternoon by making a stop here in Rockford. The suburban Chicago lawmaker has been the GOP leader for 10 years. Cross says if elected, the treasurer's office would be more involved with lawmakers as they tackle the state's financial problems.
We need to think of the treasurer's office in a different way, of being a lot more aggressive. And I want to use my prosecutorial background to be that person and to do what I can to turn the state around. As I said, one of the things I think we should do is, if the General Assembly and the governor's office continue to and persist in using gimmicks to not really balance a budget, we're going to take whatever action. If we have to go to court to balance the budget, we'll do that.
Now, Cross will face off with DuPage County Auditor Bob Grogan in the Republican primary. State Senator Mike Farrix is seeking the Democratic nomination.
You may know current State Treasurer Dan Rutherford is leaving his post to make a run for governor. A major announcement from the feds tops off tonight's Money Watch. In a surprise move, the Federal Reserve said it would continue its bond buying program for at least another month. The program is designed to stimulate the economy. U.S. builders started work in August on the most single-family homes in 6 months and asked for permits to build even more. The Commerce Department says the construction increased by 7% in August. And Toys R Us has released its annual list of hot toys for the holidays. So what made the cut? An Elmo that gives hugs, a kid-sized go-kart, and an educational tablet from Leapfrog. Don't think my teenage son and daughter are interested in those hot toys.
The Elmo, the hugging Elmo? No?
Well, maybe not. Well, investors were hugging each other. They enjoyed today's news from the Fed. The Dow closes at an all-time new record high after picking up 145 more points today.
And here's a look at what we're working on for the 23 News Update at 10. A new coffee shop is coming to Rockford's south side.
Plus, helicopter rescue missions taper off in Colorado after record flooding. Tonight at 10, we'll hear from a local Red Cross member that's on the ground helping families recover.
But still ahead on 23 News at 6, why our kids' backpacks could cause some serious health hazards.